And hello, everyone. It is your girl Tish Dinkins. Wait a minute, hold on, you guys. Hold on. What is going on? Wait. What we got going on? Uh, oh, why do I have feedback? Let's see. Okay. I think we're good now. This is the first time I've had technical difficulties on a live, but hey, it's the first time for everything. This is your girl, Tish Dickens, CEO and founder of Painteesa LLC, where we help corporations, small businesses, and business professionals improve employee performance and boost morale through team building art events. Welcome to an early edition of Feel Good Friday. And we have a lot that I got to try to pack in these 30 minutes that I have with you guys. So I may be talking a little faster than normal, as well as moving a little faster than normal. But your girl is trying to be respectful of everyone's time. So before we get started, I'm going to do my quick shout outs and then get right into the episode. So on the main stage, we have my Facebook family, we have my LinkedIn family, my YouTube family, and my Twitch family. Hello. And then on the secondary camera, my day ones, my Instagram family. Hello. So actually, before we get right into the actual episode, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to my social media, but I have been experimenting with different other techniques of paintings because I'm really trying to expand my horizons and get new experiences out of my creative journey since I am a creative. So real quick, in case you haven't seen them, I wanted to show you some of the paintings that I've done over the past couple of weeks. And then we're going to get into the episode. So this painting here, this is an acrylic painting of just, I guess, dusk with the clouds there and the stars in the background. So I hope you guys like that. Beautiful, beautiful. And then this next one is a huge one. This is of Northern Lights. And this is also an acrylic painting with the mountains there in the foreground and the the forest in front of it. So it's kind of got a glare on it because of the gloss, but hopefully you guys can see that this is a huge painting. This is one of my favorites. I really like it. Okay. And then next, I've started experimenting with glue gun art, and I am absolutely in love with it. So it actually has a 3D effect. The edges were done with a glue gun, and I have finished it with gold paint. And this is just a plain fruit still life. And I love it. I think I'm going to do a lot more of this glue art. I love it. It's beautiful. And then last but not least, I've been getting into some swirl art also. So I really like this one as well. I do have individual, well, I actually have a reel where I have most of these, if not all of these, on the reel, but I also have photos, I think, on my social media platforms. So if you want a closer look at these, just go back to the social media pages and check those out. So let me know if you guys like any of these techniques, or if you like all of them, if you like none of them. If you would like for me to dedicate some Feel Good Friday episodes to show you how to do some of these type of techniques, please let me know in the comments, or if you're shy, you can send me a direct message because I'm really trying to vary up the content for you guys and show you some neat things. Okay, so now we're actually going to go into the episode, and I have a brief little soapbox that I want to get into before we actually get into the feel good technique for today. Now, the last few weeks, I have been picking specific topics to focus on that ties into our artworks. It all with the huge under the umbrella theme of happiness. Okay, so one week we talked about the importance of having gratitude that leads to better happiness. Last week we talked about um, accepting change and making change, which will lead you to happiness. Today I want to talk about control. Okay. Now, some of you that grew up in the 80s like I did, you guys probably remember one of Janet Jackson's most famous songs called Control. And there's a particular line in the song that says, I've got my own mind. I want to make my own decisions. When it has to do with my life, I want to be the one in control. Now, of course, she specifically wrote those lyrics in response to her parents, in particular to her father, because once she became an adult, she felt like that she should have more control over not only her career, but just over her life in general, because he was her manager as well as her father, and controlled a lot of things in her life. But she felt like it was a point in her life where she wanted to be in the driver's seat. But we could take that same principle, and it really applies to all of us. We're all adults. Well, most of us. I'm not specifically talking to you children. I'm talking to the adults right now. But we're all adults. We all have our own minds. We are able to make decisions like the song says. So with that being said, we have to make sure that we make the decision that we want to take control of our life and be able to think for ourselves and break away from anything that's holding us back from doing that. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't take your loved ones, like your spouse and your kids and other people close to you, into account when you have to make decisions that involve them. But what I am saying in particular, when it comes to just things that really deal with you, you have to make sure that you are doing what you want to do. Okay. Don't be so weak-minded that you fall victim to listening to the wrong people and end up making the wrong decisions. Okay. We live in a society now where so many people are followers. There are too many followers in this world. We need more people that wants to step forward and make a difference and become a leader. Become a leader. Even if you're not a leader in your community, just be a leader for yourself. Be a leader and an example to those that are close to you. And you will be surprised at the transformation you'll see in your life. Now, the other caveat to taking control is being able to have discernment. Now, a lot of you are familiar with this famous quote, and the quote reads, "Grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference." So exactly what does that mean? That means basically focus your attention on the things that you can change, that you can impact. If it's something that you're just going to be beating your head against the wall and it's not, you have absolutely no jurisdiction over, then you have to be able to accept that, roll with it, find alternate ways to deal with that situation. But if it's a situation you can change, then by all means, take advantage. So this is the key, being able to make the changes when you can and accepting things that you can't change. That helps you find the perfect balance in your life between acceptance and change. And so I really wanted to make sure that I threw that out there because, like I said, I think the world is in an upheaval and disarray because there's so many people that are following, and they're following the wrong stuff, and they're not having their own minds, making their own decisions, and really doing things that are going to be good, not only for themselves, but be good for the environment and others in society. So, with that being said, that's going to lead us right into our technique for today. So, what I'm going to do is adjust the cameras, and then we're going to go ahead and get started. So we're going to adjust this first camera here. Okay, and I think you guys are in view now. And then go around to the secondary camera. Gonna wave, hey Stevie, thanks for joining live. Okay, and then we're gonna adjust this camera. And this one looks like it's a little off center, but that's fine. Let's see. I think this needs to be closer. Bear with me, you guys. I think I need to get this camera a little closer. Okay. Okay. I think we got it adjusted now. Okay, so the technique we're going to do today is known as a spoon dip. And so why I picked this technique for us to do today is the topic we were talking about, control. It takes a lot of control to do certain techniques, like the chain pull. You guys have seen me do the chain pull in the past. And also with these spoon dips, it takes a lot of control in order to get the actual composition that you want. So that's what we're going to do. And the actual subject that we're doing is actually going to be an abstract flower. So basically this is going to be simple. I only have 2 colors and some other supplies that I'll point out. And so the gist of the technique is I'm going to have one side in white. I'm using titanium white, and then the other side is going to be in jet black. And then I'm going to put some semicircles. The side with the white will have a black semicircle. The side with the black is going to have a white semicircle. Then we're going to take the spoon, and there's a certain way that we drag it to make the petals all around. And then I'm going to take this sponge to dip the excess paint that accumulates in the middle to make the middle part of the flower. I can't think of what that part is called right now, but bear with me. And then I'm going to take my dotting tool and make specific dots to represent the little pollen pods or whatever that's in the center of the flower. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. Let me put my gloves on. And I also have my spatula here to help spread out the paint as well. All right, so like I said, we're going to do half white and half black. Go ahead and pour some white on there. Okay, if we need more, we'll add more. Okay, and then on the other side, we're going to do black. Okay. All right, so let's spread this out. Get the sides. And once I finish this, I'm going to put it up on a couple of cups so it doesn't stick to the table here as it starts to dry. Okay, there's a lot of paint on here. Probably poured a little more than I should, but as I always say, I'd rather have more than not enough. So some of that white got in the black. That's fine. It's gonna okay. Right, spread that out. Okay, make sure I get my sides. And this is a lot of paint, but that's fine. Okay, I want to make sure that looks a little even. because it looks like it's a little more white than. Okay, that's close enough. I don't want to spread it too much and mix too much of that white. Okay, there we are. See, the more I mess with it, the more I'm. Okay, there we are. Okay, so now, and I had a black squeeze bottle. I don't know what happened to my black squeeze bottle. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to really carefully, actually, I'll probably be better if I do it with, since it has the little hole. I want to do a black semicircle on this side. Okay. And then I'll have to use the spoon to do the semicircle for the white. Okay, put a little bit more. All right. So now comes the fun part. We are going to take this, we're going to tilt the spoon to the side, and we're going to swipe it towards the middle to simulate flower petals. Okay, so let me wipe my spoon off. Okay, so what we're going to do, I don't think that's enough black. Hold on, let me fill in some of these gaps of black. Okay, there we are. That's better. I didn't have enough black on there. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to take the side of the spoon. We're going to dip it in the black, quickly go upward, and then go in to swipe the color into the center. Okay, so we're going to dip it down. And like I said, this takes a lot of concentration and control. And swipe. Okay, there we are. Okay, dip it down. Go up and in. Okay. And go in. Right. Dip it down, up and in. Go up and in. Okay. Up and in. Okay. So yeah, the paint is starting to pool in the center, which is fine. We're going to take our sponge and okay. I think I'm going to have to add a little more black because the black is seeping into the white. Okay, let's try that again. Up and in, up and in. There we are. Yeah, up and in, up and in. Let's do that again. Okay. Up and in. Okay, and last side. Okay, so that's pretty. We have some pretty black petals there. And we have a lot of paint in the middle. So I'm going to go ahead and take my sponge and kind of soak some of that paint up. Okay. All right. This is turning out wonderful. Okay. So now we're going to do the other side here. And let's see. I'll start at the top. I'm going to draw it up and then in. So I'm noticing I'm getting a better effect when I do it twice. When I go down and then go back up. And then go down. And go back up. Okay, go down and back up. Take the extra paint off. Down and up. Down, up, and one more time, down, and up. All right, that is beautiful. That is shaping out wonderful. Let's see, I want to spread this out a little more. So you can just take the spoon, spread it out. Okay. Let's see. Put that back in. Okay. So let's see, make that. And you can play with it just to get the composition the way that you want it. Okay. All right, I don't want to fiddle with it too much because I don't want to disturb the design. Okay. All right, now we're going to take the sponge and we're going to make the center of the flower. So all we got to do is just dip down like that. Dip down. Dip down. Oh, that is beautiful. That looks exactly like the center of a flower. Okay, now we're going to take a little of the white and I'm going to pour it on here. And then I'm going to take my dotting tool and make the little pollen dots in the middle of the flower. So let's dip it in the paint and make the dots. Get some more paint. Okay, we are almost done. Okay, so we're going to shape up these petals a little bit. So I'm just taking the spoon and making some lines to define the petals a little more. So on this white side, I'm just stretching out some of the black to along the sides of each of the petal areas to make it a little more defined. Okay, and do the same for the white side. Let's see, fill in some of that. Here we are. And like I said, the more you concentrate and focus, the better result you'll have with your artwork. And the more you'll release those feel-good hormones that I always talk about. Okay, awesome, awesome. Drag that out a little bit. All right. So there we have it. Let me bring you guys in for a close-up. We have an abstract flower. I love the center with the dots there. I just love it. It's absolutely beautiful. So you guys should try this. Let's see. I'm getting need cups. I'll just put it on top of here for now. On top of this cup so it can dry. All right, another successful painting. I'm gonna get this black off of here and put this white. This white. There we are. Let's see. All right, you guys. Whew, I feel wonderful. All right, so I'm going to take these gloves off and then adjust the cameras and have some final thoughts. And as usual, I will take photos and video of the final work for you guys to see. And let's go over here, adjust this camera. Hello, you guys. Thanks for joining. Thank you, Stevie. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So let's adjust this. Okay. Oh, uh-oh. I almost dropped my camera, y'all. Okay. So hopefully you guys can see me. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed that little quick tutorial. Like I said, I always enjoy the time that I get to spend with you guys on Fridays. This is the highlight of my week because this is my happy place. And even if painting or art is not your happy place, make sure you find out what your happy place is. Take control of your life and make the necessary changes to interweave that into your life. I promise you, your girl is not up here lying to you. You do what you love and you do it to the best of your ability with all your heart, body, and soul. And I promise you, you will see the changes in your life just like that. So with that, thank you guys so much for tuning in for another episode. Like I said, please let me know if you enjoy these fluid art techniques that we explore every week. And also if you want me to incorporate some of the other non-abstract artworks that I was showing you earlier, if you want me to incorporate those into these episodes as well. Make sure you go to www.paintteaser.com to get your free resource and to check out all the wonderful things that we're doing at Paint Teaser. And I hope to connect with you guys, if not on this show, but in at the upcoming workshops and other things that I have going on. So with that, you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will see you on the next episode of Feel Good Friday.